welcome back, and we're making our last Dalmatian theme ornament for our tree. We're making a simple ornament using our black paint, the stick that's included in your kit as well. We use mainly the bottom part, the flat part, to make dots. You should have 2 more pieces of small paper like this. And for this, you need your last 2 templates on our template page, the oval shape and the dog head, or the dog bust, which pretty much is from the head of the dog to the shoulders. I'm going to cut those 2 out. And also in your kit, you'll be receiving a red, or I believe 2 red velvet strips of ribbon for the collar of your dog. And this one you can always, this one you can make 2 of them. You keep one for yourself and turn one into the center for our tree at the art museum. And this tree too, once it's done and completed, go ahead and view the tree. It'll be at the art museum. I believe there will be a family day. Get that real quick. And I'll remind you to in the end of the video, on December 12th from 10 to 2 p.m., 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It'll be free. So you can look around. You can look around the art museum as well as see the completed tree that we've been working on these last couple of days. Put it to the side. And now we have our template of our oval and the dog head. So go ahead and use the oval, trace it on your small sheet of paper, and again you should have 2 of them to make 2 ornaments. With your pencil, just trace it. And again, don't worry about punching holes in it, because we'll do that part later when I add the ribbon to hang on the tree. And then go ahead, line this up, and line it up at the base of your oval, so it kind of touches it like this. It's clean like that. So I'm going to go ahead and line it up right here. And then draw your ear. And for this project, we're using the black paint in its little container, as well as this stick right here. And the cool thing is about this project, we're using pointillism, so we're using the points to make an object. And I think it'd be safer maybe to cut it out first. Or if you'll better, yeah, cut it off first and then place it on another paper so you won't get the table dirty. It's just so you won't, maybe if you go over the lines, you won't lose the shape of the oval. So I have this cut out. I put it just on a spare paper. And then with this part, you dab it in your paint and press on your paper. And I want to start around the dog first. So we kind of want to go around that pencil line to keep the shape. And the closer you put the dots, the darker it is. And the farther you put the dots, the lighter it gets. For example, how I'm putting the dots on top, they're very light because they're further away from each other. And the closer you put them together, the darker the background gets. Again, I want to keep the shape of the dog. I don't want to try not to lose it. So I'm starting off pretty much at the line where the dog meets the background, just like this. And it's just a different way of painting. So instead of using a brush, we're using a wooden stick. And then I'm putting the dots further away from each other to change it up and make it look lighter. And then the inside part, the dots of your dog, you can start putting dots on for the body of the dog, and I'm putting more far apart so you can see the white part of the fur. And if you want, you can experiment with the point. You can dip it in here, and say, for example, you want to trace the ear. Just dip it in there, and just trace the outline of the ear that you made with pencil, and cover it up with the paint. As I'm doing here. And maybe if you want to add an eye, you can add an eye. Set an eye to my dog. I'm going to add a nose using the tip part of the stick. If you want to make you can even make a face if you want. The first sample I made didn't make a face. This one you can. It's your dog, and you do what you want to do. And I continue adding more dots. See, I'm also using the spare paper. Say if I feel like I have too much paint on the stick, I can just dab some off before adding it to the paper, to the main paper. So we add more paint to the background. And now again, we're just exploring a different way of paintings without using a brush. And once that's done, with your strip of red, kind of see how small you need it. And see, you can just, I guess you should wait until the paint's dry and before you do this part, but go ahead and, so once it's dry, go ahead and line it up. And you can use your pencil to see where you need to cut it, how small you need it. Cut it, put a little bit of glue on your ribbon, and then glue it on to your dog so it helps with this nice velvety red color. So here are two samples, and they're both very different, using the same technique. One's more simplified, regal, the other one's more cartoonish. So it's up to you how you make your dog. And this is our last ornament for our Dalmatian tree. And these ornaments, again, all the paper ones, make one for yourself and then turn the other one into the center. And they need to be turned in December. Actually, I received a piece of paper informing you when to turn them in. Go ahead and turn them in on this November 13th and 16th of November, but also call in before you drop them off. And then we have a little contest too. Once you're done with your Dalmatian ornaments, we're gonna have a contest on who has the most creative and best ornaments, and we're giving away a gift card to Walgreens. And we will announce the winner later, let's say in a couple of weeks. And that concludes our 100 Wild Dalmatian project. And next time we'll do another project, just more, we'll get away from it from now, take a break, and just do a simple art project.